Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I thought we'd do a woke, this is you cringe, you lose, woke edition. Let's go.
Elections coming up. Change.
Happy Pride! Here we have a non-binary, poly, spicy person out and about for everyone to see. Yippee!
Alright, I'm not even tolerating that. That is fucking disgusting. You see that? Not the first guy. I mean, he's got his own issues. But look at this. Fucking dirty paedophile weirdo guy who wants to dress up like girl, throwing money at a young girl while all these adults sit around and watch. Like, this is the sort of thing, like, Eyes Wide Shut, they used to do in secret. Do you know what I mean? And elites did in secret. Now people just taking their kids to this thing and literally throwing money at her like she's a little whore. There's no other way that is what that is. That's fucking disgusting. Dirty paedophile bastards.
Elections coming up soon.
This is why all of our people in our country are getting stabbed and killed and raped, because we have dickheads like this doing shit like this. This is what our police force is.
Love Trump? What? You love Trump? Yeah, why? Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Piece of shit. See, he has mace. That's what they do. Look at him running. So Scuff Jim Carrey, they call him Scuff Jim Carrey because he looks like Jim Carrey but more messed up, all scuffed up.
Rape!
Look, so
Rape!
he's yelling that he got raped.
Get the fuck. Get away from me. I'm gonna beat you with this battery. Get it.
Look, the transverse is still there, so that's a man in a
No way.
dress right there. It's hard to tell. That's a man in a dress, mad at him because he's wearing a Trump shirt and hat,
Stop!
I believe.
Stop attacking me. Fucking weirdo. Stop attacking me. Fucking weirdo. Ow! Why are they doing that?
Excuse me, what are you doing in the women's
I would run from one of them things. Or anyone else from this left thing. I would run. I'd love someone to challenge me on the street. See what happens.
bathroom?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing in the women's bathroom?
Look at this freak.
Okay, but you're a man. Yes, you are. You are clearly a man, and you were just in the women's bathroom. Do you know how much money I paid for this school, and now there's a man in my bathroom?
Well, you should talk to the administration.
Oh, I definitely will.
Good.
But why do you feel the need to go into women's spaces as a man? No comment on that? Do you think women don't deserve their own private spaces? Nothing? Really? Do you support women's rights? No? Okay, so there's just a man in our bathroom.
Listen, the women's rights argument is dead. I want to hear no feminist talking about women's rights. You've handed over your rights to freaks like this, and it was you lot. It was all the feminist move. Oh no, they're just as much women as it was all you lot. You handed your rights over to this, and you're flooding the West with Islam and calling it's mainly women in our country that, oh, don't you say that, no. It's like, yeah, you and your women rights can just take a seat, because it's like you've brought in freaks like this around women and young girls, and you've brought something like Islam. You're like dying on the hill of Islam, which is the most oppressive, awful religion towards women. Like, eh, do not care about women's rights. You don't care about women's rights. It's like, I can guarantee that this woman at one point would have shouted at somebody saying, "Oh, don't be so transphobic, you're Adolf Hitler." Like, ugh.
That's wonderful. So yeah, the University of Tampa allows this. They also have drag queens as well.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Gato the Baddie, aka Baddie with the Masky, and this weekend I went to the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana for a COVID safer movie event. This event was high filtration mask and testing required. Everyone, including staff, was required to mask up. They were super friendly, super proud of all the folks who made this happen. They also had additional free masks and goodie bags for us to take home since masks were required to be on the whole time. The theater itself was really nice and clean. There were at least 4 air purifiers, and the organizers also disinfected all the seats before we went inside. There was also 2 separate mask break rooms with air purifiers in case folks needed it. The movie was really intense, but 10 out of 10, this free event was so much fun and I really enjoyed the movie.
Hi, it's COVID Cautious Tuesday, and do you know what that means? It means it's time for COVID opinions. When you say post-COVID, you mean after COVID ended. When I say post-COVID, I mean after COVID began, the entire life that we've all had since 2020 and is ongoing. COVID is still here. COVID is still happening. We are not the same.
Damn right about that, mate, whatever you was. Again, women. Because men and women are exactly the same, of course.
Let's see who comes around the corner first.
Probably the fella with a pecker. The woman with a pecker. Like I say again, you asked for it. You got it. You wanted to be men, and you were just as capable as men, and there is absolutely zero difference biologically or in any aspect whatsoever from men to women. And yeah, you reap what you sow. It's like, yeah, you asked for it. Now you're getting smoked by a little gay boy that just thought, "Oh, I'm gonna be say I'm a woman and smoke all the women."
So 9 months ago, my daughter came up to me and was like, "Mom, I think I'm a boy." So I was like, "Okay, do you want to wear boy clothes? And do you want me to call you he, him, blah, blah, blah?" And he was like, "Yeah." So about 9 months ago, my 8-year-old at the time started his journey around transitioning. I wasn't going to be like, "No, you can't do that. You can't be a boy if you want to be a boy." Like, I just let him. And in that...
All right, everybody always brings up in Christianity the story of Abraham where God says to kill his son. And everyone, how can a God do that? But he didn't. He got all the way there and didn't. Now you can take that if you're not even in the story itself. Basically, what you can garner from that is that a true Christian God, a true God is not going to actually let you sacrifice your children. This new woke religion it's people's religion, it's what they believe in. They sacrifice their children at the altar of their ideology. She's forcing this on her kid, and all of these parents are. They are forcing it on their children, confusing their children from the get-go. Yeah. It's like you're talking about someone like you can take that away from the Abraham story, that anything that asks you to sacrifice your child is not godly. It's not God. God said to Abraham, kill your firstborn son for me. He went all the way up there to get in there to do it, and an angel come and said, don't. Now you can say, yeah, that's bad of God to do. But like I say, it's like these people do sacrifice their children at the altar of whatever ideology they want to buy into it, whether it's feminism, attacking their son, wanting to make their son gay to go against the patriarchy, or whatever it is. They will sacrifice their children. So when people say, oh, well, Abraham nearly sacrificed his son, how can that be good? You lot all sacrifice your children to your God, and your God ain't godly. It's from Satan. I don't know any other ideology where you can tell someone that they aren't what God made them and think that that is somehow holy. That you can convince someone, because under Christianity, whatever you was made, however you was made, you are God's creation. There is no room for you to say, I'm a man, I want to be a woman, because that's not what God chose for you. It's like you are what you are. But no. Yeah, you confuse your children by telling them that they...
Process, I lost the last little bit of family connection I had. Like, my mom called CPS on me for letting my kid be trans, and I went no contact with.
My mom called CPS on me, and then they arrested my mom for interfering for doing child abuse on me as a grown adult and my child by not letting them transition to the opposite sex that they aren't and they're never going to be. No matter how many operations they take, no matter how many hormones they take, they are never going... A female is never going to be able to produce a baby inside of a woman, and vice versa. A man is not ever, ever, ever going to be able to carry a baby. It's like, no matter how many hormones you take, no matter how much testosterone you take, no matter how many puberty blockers, like puberty blockers, like a woman is not a man that didn't go through puberty yet.
And I'm already no contact with my dad. So this is the first year where I'm going through like this set of holidays, the birthdays, the seasons changing, everything on my own. And like, as a single mom, not having anyone is hard. And like, these times, these moments where I just like want to go out to breakfast with my mom or like anyone, and then I'm like, damn, I'm really just like doing all of life alone. And then I get upset, and it's like the feeling of loneliness is so big and heavy, and it gets me sometimes. It's hard sometimes to just do everything on my own. But I mean, obviously I'm going to. Like, I would never ever let, like, my son is 9 years old and he's trans, and he already gets bullied and ridiculed and all of that stuff. I wouldn't, like, fuck my mom. I'll never ever have my mom in my life again because she doesn't believe that being trans is real. Like, that doesn't make sense.
No, it does.
People have been trans forever, and I'm gonna always choose my child over my, you know, being lonely or not having.
But you're not choosing your child. You're changing your child. You had a child. You are changing that child.
Family in my life. So anyways, it's just shitty. And I'm worried, like, I'm not gonna be able to pull off these holidays good, you know? Like,
ultimately, this is eugenics, what these people are doing to their children. It's like Hitler killing disabled people. In some places they do. They don't have disabled people born if they know the baby's going to be... there is one country in Europe that does it. They just won't have it. They won't have... There's like no Down syndromes there. But this is the same thing. It's eugenics. It's stopping because most of these people that transition are actually just kids with autism. Like, once they get a bit older, they will get diagnosed with autism. But in this moment when they're like younger, they get told, no, so basically you sterilize them. No matter what way you want to cutting off any bits of anyone, you sterilize them. You're basically sterilizing autistic people or gay people. And this is what they say. They can't create their followers. They have to make them. They have to ideologically capture these people. And this is what it is. She just sat there saying, I miss my family. All these people that have told her that she loves and that give her good advice. But this is she can't fathom that trans isn't a thing. Like, how these...
I used to have my mom and my stepdad help me. I'm worried I won't make enough money or have enough presents. And like,
that sounds like your problem.
Thanksgiving is gonna suck because it's just gonna be me putting it on for my kids.
No. You're not putting it on for your kids. You're putting it on for your woke subscribers and your followers that are all going, you're so brave. That's such a great thing. You're not doing it for your kid at all. You're doing it for virtue signaling, for virtuous points in something that is the furthest from virtuous you could possibly get. Mutilating your own child. Confusing your own child.
But yeah, I became my son's protector and supporter, everything super quick.
You become your son's destroyer. You are the most dangerous thing in your son's life. You are the worst thing in your son's life. He is never, ever going to be a man. Never. And I can guarantee you, I don't want him to be. Probably a feminist too. It all goes to the same thing. I don't want my son to be part of the patriarchy. I want him to be a girl.
I have a whole new wardrobe, like within a week of him telling me that he's trans. And I'm a fucking beast when it comes to protecting my son. I took on this school.
No, you're not.
I took on everybody just so that my kid felt good about himself.
Herself. You transphobic piece of shit.
So anyways, like sometimes I just
Always
feel really
a cat.
lonely. Like I'm an island. And I just don't think I'll ever be good enough for my kids. It's easier when I have someone like my mom or just anyone there helping me and supporting me so that I do it right. And I just wish I had someone to go to breakfast with.
No, you don't. That is exactly, she is right. She just wants someone to tell her she's doing it right. But no one will, because you're batshit fucking crazy, and that little boy should be taken off of you immediately. The fact that you are able to publicise this, and she's probably got a big following of all people celebrate, the fact that you can publicise this type of child abuse and it just be okay. And then talk about, oh no, I just want support. No, you don't want support. You want someone to agree with your delusional worldview. And to be honest, everywhere you turn, they are Netflix, kids shows, all of this shit. They're all saying, yeah, no, trans is absolute. You even get people coming up and going, I love that people say trans isn't a thing. Well, I'm actually intersex. And no one really takes in that intersex is a thing. It's like, it ain't. Ultimately, it is irrelevant. Yeah, you can have characteristics of both, and you can have hermaphrodites, and there are weird things, but you are not both things. You are one or the other. Like, you are that way. It's like, it's funny that people don't realise there was intersex. You know who didn't realise it? The whole of humanity up until about 1998. And all of a sudden, intersex become a thing. It's funny that this was not a We don't have no evidence of historical mass suicides of trans people that are being refused to be called the opposite sex to what they actually are. There's no historical evidence that anybody en masse in any country, in any part, has ever been. There's no mass suicides from people that are not being accepted as intersex. Why? Because it's obvious you're either a man or you're a woman.
No one's gonna marry you, Harnam. Like, you have a beard. No one's gonna date you, Harnam. You have a beard. No one's gonna be your boyfriend, Harnam. You have a beard. You are not a preference to a lot of men. And then I'll get like really feminine men message me, but that's not who I'm attracted to, Hannah. I like really masculine men because I am very soft. I'm so different to what you see like on TV, you know, on TV.
I've never seen you on TV.
I mean, but no, generally you'll see, oh, she's strong, she's, you know, what she's talking about is very powerful, whatever people say. But then I'm very quiet, you know, I'm very feminine, I'm very soft. People don't get to see that side of me, you know.
Yeah, they can't see that side of you because the side that's staring at you is that fucking beard. You're over here looking like Blackbeard. And you're saying you're very feminine. All you need is the little ends to be on fire, like Blackbeard had. You freak.
But no, it has been difficult. Where I wanted to be married and have kids, I would never be a single mum. That's not what I've ever wanted.
Oh, heaven forbid. And this is the other crazy thing. That is the worst thing a woman could be. Worst thing. Absolute worst thing. If you're a man who says that women will be happier being mothers and that they shouldn't waste their childbearing years pursuing a bullshit job and they should have children, you're a misogynistic, racist, homophobic, awful human being that must be stopped at all things. And if you are a woman who says, I want children, I don't want to have a career, I want to be a housewife and I want to raise my children, you are oppressed by the matriarchy and you are held down. And so I do not want to be a single mother. It's like, you don't want to be a single mother, but you want to be Sinbad. And you want to sit on there with a great big beard talking about you. What world are we living in? What is... I've got no idea. Sweet.